How was the synapse discovered in neurotechnology? Imagine trying to understand how your brain sends signals without knowing how neurons connect. That mystery fascinated scientists for many years. Let's explore how they uncovered the secret of the synapse. Back in the late 1800s, scientists started to look closely at the nervous system. They used better microscopes and new staining methods to see individual nerve cells, called neurons. Camillo Golgi developed a staining technique that made neurons visible under a microscope. This allowed researchers to see the structure of neurons in detail. Santiago Ramon y Cajal used Golgi's method to draw pictures of neurons, showing they are separate cells, not one continuous network. This was a huge change in understanding the brain. The idea that neurons are individual units became known as the neuron doctrine. But it raised a new question. How do these neurons communicate? In 1897, Charles Sherrington, an English physiologist, named the connection between neurons the synapse. He observed that signals must pass from one neuron to another, but he did not yet know how. The real breakthrough came in the middle of the 20th century. Scientists like Bernard Katz used the electron microscope, which is a very powerful tool that can see tiny structures at the nanometer scale. They looked at synapses closely and discovered that neurons communicate by releasing chemicals called neurotransmitters. These chemicals cross a small gap called the synaptic cleft and trigger a response in the next neuron. This explained how electrical signals in one neuron could be passed to another without the cells touching directly. Understanding how synapses work has been essential for neurotechnology. It helped scientists develop ways to study the brain and create treatments for neurological and psychiatric conditions. Many drugs target neurotransmitter activity at synapses to help with depression, schizophrenia, and other disorders. Brain-computer interfaces and other neurotechnologies also relying on how neurons communicate through synapses. So, the discovery of the synapse was a step-by-step process. It started with better microscopes and staining techniques, moved to naming the connection, and ended with understanding the chemical signals that neurons use. This knowledge forms the foundation of modern neuroscience and neurotechnology, helping us develop new ways to understand and treat the brain.